Hello, hello. Hey, Paige. Hey, 71. Good to see you.
Wait, I gotta turn the Hi! It's our 71 in our page.
Yes.
I'm so excited. What's up, guys? I'm making a
71,
purse
71 said she saw you on Mommy Rambling.
today,
I don't know.
tonight.
Paige says, wow, I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Hope all is well.
Yes.
Hanging in
Well,
there.
we're hanging in there. Um, my dad they thought he had a heart attack the other day, and he was taken by ambulance. And here, he didn't have a heart attack, but he had a pulmonary embolism, and they gave him medicine to break it up, and the medicine's working because his enzymes are going down, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good news.
Um, Other than that, I've been working my butt off, and that's about it. I'm making a purse tonight, so I thought, let's visit everybody. Yeah, well, I do that. But let me get Millie so someone can see her. Give me a second to
Yes.
grab her.
Gotta get
Millie cat!
Millie.
Where's that Millie cat?
Millie's so spoiled. She was eating chicken.
There's that Millie cat. Say hello to your stepmother.
Paige, you're getting ready for all the holiday stuff, huh?
It's a Millie. Can you
Millie,
see her?
pretty kitty.
Can you see her? I can't tell.
Yes.
Can you see her face?
Millie, yes.
Oh, she's not happy. Look at that. Some things never change.
Nope.
Some things never change, and Millie always stays angry.
She's always mad when she's talking to me, and she bitches every time.
Look at her nose. She doesn't clean her own face. She makes me do it.
Well, it's
Cleaning
easy
cat
that
boogers is
way.
not fun work either. Nobody
Millie,
likes to clean cat boogers.
Millie, you don't need to. You should clean your face.
Yes. Say
She's like,
hi,
I don't have to.
71.
I'm spoiled. Hi,
She is
Shay.
cute. Who? Who we say hi to? Hi, Shay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're up late.
Millie, did you have some chicken?
She's on, yes, that's all she eats. She's on my table. I know it's gross, but I clean it off. I spray it.
She's
But
so funny.
say hi. You see my craft mess, everybody? You live her? You live her, 71? I live with her too. Yep. So we're awake, sleepless. I'm making a purse. I gotta show you guys what I'm making. Hold on. That's why I have the thingy on the table so I could show you what I'm doing. So I made this beautiful crochet purse the other day. Not crocheted. What am I talking about? Vintage lace purse the other day. And everybody loved
Gorgeous.
it.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
gorgeous. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful purse.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Well, here, I'm making a new one, but let me show you the one I finished. Oh, I'm in the. So this is a vintage, all vintage lace. I don't know what you can see of it. Isn't that pretty? Look at that.
It's
That's
gorgeous.
the front. And this is the back. And I made a pocket out of the doily. And then it's lined. Look at that lining.
So pretty.
And look at the pretty straps. So that's my bow. Oh, And then this is my signature. So I put this on everything, stuff like this. So I put this chain, and then I attached all these cute little charms. Can you see them? I can't tell what I'm showing.
Yeah.
And every purse will have different styles with different charms. So that's that. So now tonight I started this purse. So it's going to be this cool Asian fabric, and it's going to have these fringes on the side. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do vintage lace, but it's green. So,
And tell them where you got the lace, just because I think it's cool.
oh, so it's from my grandma. My grandmother made all the lace. It's in this bag. But it was stuff that was so like unsalvageable, like tablecloth she made, but were holy, like had holes. So I cut it up and gave it new life. Um, and then I thought she made this green one, Leanne, but I was cutting it today and I ran into a store tag. So
Oh,
this was not from my grandmother, this one.
that's beautiful
This
though.
green, I know, but I'm gonna use it on this bag. Like so. And then the back is going to be this fabric. What did I do with it? Oh, right here. So the back will be this fabric. And then I'm in the process of cutting the green so that I can frame the purse. This, like so. And it will have all kinds of cool charms hanging from it.
Very cool.
And I made this bird purse. So this is all like upcycle. So I made this. This is mine. I'm not sewing this one. Um, I'm in love with it. Look,
Yeah, it's so cool.
I didn't put the charms on this one yet. I have to. And I got to sew this down yet. But that's the front, and I got to sew in beads all through here. And then the back is leopard. And then look how pretty the straps are.
I love it.
But, and then it's lined with vintage lining. This is vintage. What was this? A vintage tablecloth. Um, the back is made out of an old pair of denim jeans, leopard print denim jeans. And then the fringe came from a pair of curtains. And this chain that I didn't sew down yet, which I will, is an old vintage necklace. And then the bird, it's all embroidered.
That's
It's
so,
from a pillow sham.
that's so cool.
And this was from like a lampshade. And then I added this gorgeous little flower.
Cute.
Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
It's very boho.
Paige says, we went all out for Halloween. We had all the spooky stuff out. 15 minutes into Halloween night, they got a snowstorm with high winds and a wind chill that was down to 25. It was nuts.
Wow, a snowstorm. Paige, I forget, where do you live again, hon? What state?
We
Think
had the
so.
cold weather for a little bit last week, and now it's nice again, but we didn't get any. Well, we had like a couple snow showers, but nothing that amounted to anything.
It has been hot in Los Angeles. Like, it's been in the 80s. Oh, that's right. You live in Ohio. It's been in the 80s for like 3 weeks.
Crazy.
I know. It's been hotter than normal. And yeah, it is hippie 71. It's like my style. I'm very boho. Hippie
Yes.
boho. And there's a lady on YouTube that I started following a long, long time ago who makes these kind of bags. And so she's my inspiration. But she sells them, they go for like $200-300.
You're going to start an Etsy store, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start an Etsy store and sell my scrunchies because I've been selling a lot of them over at Carolyn's. But I'm gonna add my bags too. They're not gonna be $200, but I love doing it. It's so much fun. And oh, this fabric that I'm using now is from a old vintage Chinese jacket. It was like size extra small. So I cut the jacket up to use the satin. And it's got dragons all over it. I'm in love with it. See the dragons?
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So when I start my Etsy store, I'll let you guys know so you can go look at it and leave
And what were
positive
you gonna
reviews.
name it?
Huh?
What were you gonna name it? Your store?
Oh, so here's my idea. You guys can tell me if this sounds dumb. I know I like dragons too, Henry. When I used to collect them, this might sound dumb, but so be honest. So you know how I make scrunchies, and my scrunchies are really big and fluffy and really high quality. Um, they look like donuts to me. Like, let me grab a scrunchie in case you guys haven't seen one that I made in a while.
They do look like donuts.
I have one handy.
Yeah, they do look like donuts now that you say that.
Yeah. So, well, that's what they remind me of. And you know, I use a lot of colors,
Oh yeah.
and mine are nice and big and full. They're not those chintzy store kind. Like,
Right.
see how fat that is, and how pretty that is.
Yes.
So they remind me of something you would eat. So, like when I sell these, what I want to do, because I sell a lot of them, is I want to order, and I looked into it, they're really cheap. Little tart boxes that you would put like one donut in. And I want to get little tart boxes with tissue inside that have like the logo and put them in like they're like they bought a little donut. And I want to name the store Scrunch Nut Boutique. Instead of donuts, it'd be Scrunch Nuts.
Yeah.
But somebody told me to use So Nut, like
Oh
SEW nut.
yeah. Hmm.
You'd like a donut now? What do you think, Shay? I need a good name. I like Scrunch Nut because you know we're raunchy over here, so it's kind of a raunch. It sounds a little raunchy, but then it's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You guys are smarter than me. Can you help me come up with a name? But isn't that cute, at least for the packaging?
Yeah, I think that'll be really cute.
You put it in a little tart box with the tissue, and like I can even get the tart boxes with the window. You know how you like see through some of
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
then you could see through it, and you would see like this gorgeous scrunchie. I didn't sew this on yet. I'm working on this one, but
Paige, you only had 30 trick-or-treaters, and every other year you have about 200. Wow.
really, I never get any triggers because we live up on the hill hidden.
Right.
I mean, which I don't mind because like out here they trick or treat till like midnight.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. Because Bella went
Wow.
trick or treating, I had to go pick her up, and it was like 11, and there was still a ton of people out. And if
Wow.
there were people knocking on my door at midnight, on what day
Right.
was that? That was not even on a weekend.
By
What day
about
was
9,
Halloween?
everything wraps up here. All the
Yeah, I
trick.
know. It's like normal.
I don't get
Oh,
any trick-or-treaters because I'm in an apartment, so I like to see the little ones in their costumes, so that's kind of a bum deal.
I mean, I like to see them, but I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
do it
not
all
till
night.
midnight. Gosh, no.
Hey, Somi.
Hi, Somi.
How you doing, hon? I haven't seen you in a while. Or we could call it So Nuts. Like, because you're nuts to sew. You're like, you go nuts when you sew or whatever.
That
So
might be
Nuts.
a good. That's a good name.
Yeah, but how are they going to know I have scrunchies? They're just going to think I sew.
Well, that way it doesn't narrow your shop down to just scrunchies.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really because I don't know. I can make a matching scrunchie for every purse I make
That'd
and
be
make it
cute.
be my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to try it though. Like, I do a lot of things where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then I don't follow through. I'm like the worst follow through ever.
You definitely should do that though, because you could make some good money off of that stuff.
I know. I made a lot of money off my scrunchies at the auctions.
Yeah.
The problem is you need publicity though. Like people need to know you have an Etsy shop, and you
Right.
need enough traffic going to it. So it's not like it's easy. Like auctions, it's easy because the crowd is already there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you have an Etsy, how the hell do you get people to go to it? Scrunchy sew nuts. Oh my God. But
That's
that's
cute.
perfect. That's perfect.
Perfect. That's cute.
Scrunch, nut or sew nut is good. Laugh my ass out. Autocorrect. Put it in there as sew my nuts. Yeah, we want to sew nuts. That is such a good, that's it. Scrunchy sew nuts. You solved the mystery. See?
Yeah.
See how much smarter you are than me, Paige? Apparently Leanne too, because she couldn't think of anything either.
No, I couldn't either.
So we're a couple of dinglings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get any because I live on 20 acres with animals and my house looks creepy.
Hmm.
Well, you don't get any what?
Trick-or-treaters.
Oh my God. I'm tired. I was thinking, why would she not get scrunchies? Because never mind. Airhead moment. So what's everybody been up to? I need to know. Can you set up web pages? Yeah, they have those. I set one up for Bella. It was fairly easy. The ones that just guide you. What's it called? It's called something. There's a
Like,
certain.
like the templates up for the yeah.
Yeah. I forget the name of the site, but they give you the template, WordPress or whatever it is.
You have like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. You could advertise your Etsy store on your own pages.
I know, but you need more people than that to be
And word of
successful.
mouth.
Like I have to do something really special to stand out to make them want to come to buy a scrunchie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got to make the best scrunchies the earth has ever seen. Like I need to use certain fabrics. I don't know. I got to think about it, but I want to do it so bad. I think it would be fun
Yeah.
because I'm so addicted to the auction because my favorite freaking part of it is setting up the displays. And then I love doing the invoicing and packaging everything. It's so fun.
Oh, Shay, you're in Tasmania? That's
You're in
cool.
Tasmania, Shay? That's amazing. Wow.
Paige,
That's
yeah,
near
I got
Russia,
my
right?
sorry. I was just
Sorry.
say to Paige, I got my Halloween stuff down the day after. I took all my Halloween stuff down and I got to get out to the garage tomorrow and get my turkeys out.
Not me. Look, I still got Halloween everywhere. I'm I'm going. I'm skipping Thanksgiving. I'm going straight to Christmas.
I'm not putting much stuff up for Christmas, just a few Santas and a few things here and there.
I go all out. I have two trees. If I could fit a tree in every room, there'd be one.
Christmas is not my favorite holiday. I mean, I now let me take that back. I care about the holiday because, Christ's birth, that makes a difference to me. But otherwise, I could skip it and I'd be all right.
Not me. I love the red and the glitz and I
Well,
don't
and
know, the
I do stuff.
sparkle.
I celebrate because my granddaughters, of course, but yeah,
Freaking love
otherwise,
this.
I wouldn't.
71. Oh, it's in Australia. Why did I think Tasmania was near Russia?
I don't know.
Looks like our Czechoslovakian camel that cameled from Czechoslovakia to Jerusalem.
That's right.
Clearly, we know nothing about geography.
No.
71. I have to because, yeah, I know. 71. Paige said, we have a lot of stuff for Halloween because we have a haunted porch.
That's awesome.
What? What do you
They
mean
probably
you have a haunted porch?
because they probably decorate it like a haunted house, only it's the haunted porch, which is cool.
Oh, I thought you meant you had a ghost on your porch.
No, I don't think that's what she means.
So there's a lady over that sells at the auction that's a paranormal investigator,
Yeah.
adventures with Beth.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting ready to go on an investigation next week. Anyway, she lives in a haunted house, and she said there it was built on top of a World War II cemetery,
Hmm.
or if it's not that, it's a World War II war zone, like part of the battleground. I can't exactly remember, but
Wow.
really, I can't exactly remember what the details are. But anyway, the house is haunted, and because of the ground that it sits on. Hi,
Hmm.
Jill.
Hi,
Did you hear
Jill.
my scrunchy idea? It's gonna be called Scrunchy So Nuts. Anyway, and you gotta go look at my purses I'm making. So she was telling everybody last night that there's a ghost in the yard, and she's not the only person that has seen it. And it walks around, and it's dressed in like World War II era clothing, and
Hmm.
it walks around with a body wagon,
Wow.
and it pretends that like it relives picking up soldiers, fallen soldiers.
Oh,
It like
wow.
relives it every day because you know how they say ghosts are echoes of
The
history.
residual. They call that a residual if it goes on every day. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
residual.
it happens all the time, she said. You're still awake, Jill? I'm still awake, obviously. Um, and we promised everybody we'd go live this weekend, but my husband's out of town, so I've been really busy with the kids. So I know we're like 20 hours late, but we're
Better late
here.
than ever.
We're here. Yes. Um, Send it through Messenger. What are you sending through Messenger? What time is it in the East Coast? 3:30.
Yep.
So everybody except Shay is East Coast, right? I know 71 is and Paige are. Jill, are you East Coast? I love Jill. I love and miss you guys. I've been like crazy on the auction. I'm addicted to the auction. So I haven't caught up on the Facebook. See, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived. The YouTube streets. Um, I don't know what made me see something today, but I saw some interesting events have occurred since we've been in our absence. Things I thought I'd never see.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just like, what the hell? Yeah. So, but I'm not questioning it because I don't know. I just get so disenchanted sometimes because I wonder why it's so important. Like, why all that crazy shit that goes on is it so important? What makes it so important to people? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like going on Carolyn's auction because there's a purpose and it's
Right.
important. You get to make money, you get to talk to people and have, joke around, and it's like like something comes out of it. But
Yeah.
then the crap that goes on in our drama community, there's nothing that comes out of it. It's all the
Mm-mm.
same shit recycled over and over and again. And I just don't understand why people feel it's so important. I'm talking about the creators. Like, why is this so important? This
Right.
crap in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. I guess I'm just cut from a different cloth. 71 said it's been a major adjustment for me. All the changes of people going to, I know. I thought about all you guys. I'm like, I wonder how a lot of you are taking the changes I saw.
Hmm. And
I
I
mean,
know nothing about it because I haven't been on.
I know, and I didn't tell you about it because I forgot, but I think you were still sleeping this morning when I saw it, and then by the time we talked, I had forgot about it. But it was very startling to
Hmm.
say to say the least. I mean, but to each their own. I'm not judging anybody. I just don't understand the importance. Hi, tattoos.
Hey,
How are
tattoo.
you, beauty queen? I was showing everybody my purse. I'm making purses. Look at my scrunchie. Isn't it beautiful?
I like that color.
Yeah. Isn't that gorge?
I love it.
Looks like something you could cut into and eat.
Yeah.
Um, did you ever email to sell? I talked to her and she said that's fine. Just email her. Tattoos. Jill said, yep. That's why I'm not involved in behind the scenes. Wait, it went fast. Hold on. There will never be some chat or message draw. I know. Oh, hell no. You go, yeah, there's never, nothing is ever sacred, for sure. It's a good practice. Have your people you trust and stick with them. Because, like, there were 2 times, like, Leanne can tell you this. Leanne never brings anybody from the outside in to our friendship, ever. It's always me. I'm the one that drags people in. And and every single time I've drugged somebody in and I'm vouched for them and say, oh, they're so nice and they're so awesome and they're good people, it bites me in the ass every single time. Um, huh, Leanne.
Us,
I don't know
that's
how many times I brought somebody in and everything was exposed or threatened to be, or,
yeah. Yep.
and then I'm calling her panicking and I'm like, Jesus Christ, why did I bring this person in to us, and open ourselves up to all the craziness? But it's never her, it's always me. But it's always the same ending. So the moral of the story is find that 1 or 2 people that are good, loyal people that would never, for the sake of unimportant YouTube bullshit, stab you in the back, and just stick with them and you'll be much safer. I'm
Mhm.
not even saying happier because at this point it's just being safe.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm safe with Leanne and she knows she's safe with me and I'm fine with
Absolutely.
that.
Yep. Me too.
Like, another thing I often wonder too is when people like change sides and they feel so strongly about a person and they've felt that strongly about them. And I've always wondered this. I've said it before. Do you just stop feeling that way now that you're friends again? Like, what about all that strong sentiment you once had? Does that just disappear? Or does that stay in the back of your head while you're in whatever it's called with this other person that you used to not even consider a person? You know? Like, what happens to all those feelings you had about that person that weren't good? What do you
Right.
do with those? Do they just go away? You just change your mind and say, oh, yeah, I was wrong. I don't know. It's just not important. It really isn't. I was watching some things today. I mean, you don't realize it till you step back, and we're good at that. Um,
Yeah.
Once you step back and you're like, Jesus, this has no weight in life, and everybody's so wrapped up in it. And I don't even think it's like money, because not all the creators out there make money. There's only a few that can pull money,
Mhm.
and the rest of them are scraping for it, ask for it, some beg for it. The other ones just make money inherently because they have a good personality to be doing YouTube. Um, there, there's something about them that people are drawn to, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's what people do YouTube. But the other ones, you can't make this so important in your life over money because you're not even making money. So what makes it so important to these people? Why is YouTube so freaking important to them? Not even YouTube, the craziness. Like, who gives a fuck what Truth Teller says? Like, Natasha, she talks about me to this day. Has a field day with me. I don't give a flying fuck what the woman says. She can have fun all day long talking about me. It's not important to me. I don't know. going on my sermon. And I'm bringing up Truth Teller because that's the person that was the topic today. So that's why I'm saying that. So this isn't like
Uh,
directed at anybody. I mean, I don't give a fuck if Truth Teller gets mad because she's not important to me either. So, but whatever. You know, I don't care what she says. Who gives a shit? So what?
right.
Fuck off. Just do your channel, do good content, and your people will be there, and that's all you need to be.
Pretty much.
Right?
Hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe I just don't understand the whole. Maybe that's why we're not big creators because we don't get it. I mean, but neither are any of the creators in our community. They're not big creators. We don't have a big creator. I think the biggest creator we have in our community, if she still even has the subs, I don't keep track of her because she's not important either, is Brittany J. Like, does she still have 20,000 subs? If so, she's probably the biggest creator that we have right now, right? I don't know. There might be some new ones that I'm not even aware of that have entered the building
Paige
in the
says,
past month.
guys, is too damn short to waste it on people who keep yelling at each other. Yeah,
I mean,
true.
why is it so important? Is it because that's what people want? That's what people think they. Is that what creators think people want? Is that why it's important? Like, I'm being dead ass serious. I need to know why it's so important. I mean, if you ignore it, if
Jill
somebody
said,
says something and you don't give it any weight, then it just falls on its face eventually.
did
You
you see
know?
what Jill said there?
No,
Says
I
Chris.
can't see it because of my thing. Can you read it to me?
Yep, Christiane, thank you. I was so angry listening to Truth Teller, even for a brief time earlier.
Yeah, don't even let it bother you because, I mean, literally, Jill, you have so many people, acquaintances in YouTube that like you and think highly of you. Who gives a fuck what she says? So what? Like, she gets up on a thing and rants, and well, why does she make everything so important too? Why is all this shit so important to her too? I don't get it. Like, there's so much more that they have going on in their lives. I just
Mm.
don't understand why all this goofy, weird. It's like weird. There's no better word for it, but weird ass behavior.
So me says, if yelling is the key to a great channel, I can do that too.
Right?
Yeah,
We all can.
no doubt.
I don't know. Unless it's just people are really evil and they loved it. They love this shit. And that's why the creators do it because they know people are inherently evil and love to be negative and love to rip on people. I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think it's weird. I don't care who gets mad at me either because like I said, the motto is it's not important. Get mad at me. I don't give a shit. It's
Pretty much.
weird. It's dumb. There's so many. There's creators in our community that are so talented and have the charisma and have what it takes, and this is what we're wasting our time on. I don't know. What do
Hmm.
you think, Leanne?
I agree with you. I agree completely. I don't know what went on today, but I agree with what you're saying.
I mean, it's not just what went on today. It's just like I just happened to be scrolling through, and it just reminded me of our, everything in our community.
Right.
Because being over at that Carolyn's auction, you just get lost and you don't really keep tabs on what's going on anymore. And it
Uh-uh.
just brought it all back up to the surface. And that's why Leanne and I disappear because I hate this shit.
Hmm. Me too. Me.
So stupid.
We have fun at the auction.
Yeah, like nobody cares. Like I really don't care what some hillbilly thinks of me.
Ex-
Somebody that's over with the size of freaking a planet thinks of my husband, thinks of me, whether that person misses me or not. I don't give a fuck if you miss me, Natasha. I don't care. So why do you say it? Like, why do you bring my name up? I don't bring yours up unless you bring mine up.
right.
If you're glad I'm gone, then stop talking about me because I don't, you're not important to me. And neither is Truth Teller and fucking half of these people.
That's right.
You know?
Paige said so many on here act like fighting little girls at school.
I know, it's weird as fuck.
And 71 says mommy ramblings is so peaceful.
I mean, it really is. I mean, I know she gets a lot of slack, but I think the way that this is what kills me. Because, people make fun of her. I hear it and they say she does this evil thing and that evil thing. Honestly, I've never seen it.
No, me
But
neither.
I think she acts more normal than 98.9% of the people out here.
Yep.
I
Agree.
mean, she's not weird to me. And people laugh at her and shit. And I'm like, look at what you're participating in. Laugh at that. That's
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the same old shit recycled day in, day out, day in, day out. The names change. And
Yep.
then the names don't change. And it just goes, I don't know. It's like a big ass merry-go-round, and everybody's jumping into different, like, musical chairs. Like the position you're in today, you keep your name, right? It's the same people, but they're in a different position every other day.
Right. Jill said if you're truly relieved, then you'd naturally cease speaking on it. MRB has always been nice to her.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I know she goes off and gets pissed off. I mean, so would I, though. But I don't know.
Paige
I
said,
mind my own. We mind our own business. I go over there, and Natasha still finds reasons to fucking bring me up and talk about me and make fun of me.
yeah,
Why
she does.
am I? Why am I important to her? You know?
I have no idea. She just always you.
Yeah, I know. And it makes a point to say that's one person I don't miss. Well, I don't care if you miss me because I don't even think about you.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Like,
Paige,
honestly, don't.
Paige says, do you all notice most of the people they hate the most are the people who enjoy their channels?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And Jill said, I haven't seen any negative from MRB personally. No, we like to go over there.
I get a kick out of her.
And we're starting to, be more familiar with some of her regular mods and subscribers too.
They're good people.
Yeah, they are. We haven't had any problems. Just there's just one person and the auction that's been kind of a pain in the butt, but it has nothing to do with MRB directly at all.
No, and it's more like the shit that happens with her is more like funny. It's hilarious. I mean, it's maddening, but when you talk about it at the end of the day, it's like normal shit to be frustrated
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
somebody coming in and fucking doxing you
No.
and making memes about you or anything. It's somebody that comes in and is a pain in the ass in an auction. I mean, at
Exactly.
the end of the day, it's hilarious. You know, yeah, I'm content with that. Like
Paige
this
said,
other shit, you can't trust people. You don't know who to trust. Everybody's looking at how to cover their asses, save their asses, make
mm-hmm.
alignments, undo alignments. 5,000 people start channels. Everybody flocks to that channel and uses it as a pulpit to get their message out. Then they drop that person, and then they go against that person, and then they're on another panel. It's all the same people on different panels. It's fucking crazy and weird.
Paige says, don't pay attention who doesn't like you. When you show, nothing bothers you.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I do. I'm just pointing out it's weird to me. Mind
it,
your business, and this weird ass community finds a way. I don't even think it's a community. I don't even feel that this is a community. It's like a freaking
free for all
chess
show.
chessboard game.
Yeah.
Community doesn't. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass.
Hmm. No, you're right, though.
Yeah, and then you try to have a channel in the drama community, and if you don't want to do drama, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like us. I have no desire to do drama. None.
Me neither.
Why would I want to live that? It takes over your life. Like, you see
Mhm.
it, you witness it. These creators, their lives have been taken over with this shit.
Yep.
Why would I want that? I don't want that.
Me neither. No
Every
thank.
day you gotta wake up in the morning and your first thought is having to defend yourself on YouTube.
Yeah.
For what? That's my point. Like, I can understand if you're making a ton of money and you want to protect that interest, but these people aren't making money.
No.
So what's the motive? There's
Yep.
very few on here that make money.
Right.
And the very few that do make it because they have the charisma to pull people in. So
Yep.
if you have the charisma to pull people in and you can be prosperous and successful, then do content that doesn't bring your life down.
Right. Yep.
Make you unsafe.
Right.
I mean, it's not even about being happy. Like I said, it's like at this point, it's about being safe.
Yep.
I don't know. So yeah, people are probably angry. I don't care. He said, "Man, I'm 60 years old. I don't give AF what anyone says about me. No one really knows you, and I have nothing to hide." Right.
Yep. I hear you.
I mean, it's your right to show what you want to show on a public forum.
Exactly.
Just because you're in a public forum doesn't mean you have to show everything about yourself.
Nope. It
That's weird to me too. Why
I
would you? That's just dumb decision making. We
mm-hmm.
teach we teach our kids not to do that online. Why the fuck are we?
Right.
My life's an open book. You know everything about me. Well, why? We shouldn't. That's stupid. Nobody
It,
should know everything about you with a bunch of strangers that you've never even seen their faces. You don't
right.
know their real names. You don't know what they really come from. You definitely don't know their backgrounds. Why would you want to be an open book on a platform like that?
Exactly. I sure wouldn't.
Hell no. Like I said, it makes you unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
You and your family. And then nobody's safe. I don't know, guys. I just don't understand. I don't. I'm happy making my fucking purses and my scrunch nuts.
Yeah.
And laughing at stupid shit. Normal everyday shit. Not truth teller.
Right.
Like, I'll be goddamned if I had to get up every morning and worry about what a woman is going to get up there and say about me.
Exactly.
And if they did that, I'd be like, all right, whatever. So, whatever.
Much.
Just cut it off at the leg. You're an idiot. This is what you do with your life and your time,
Mm-hmm.
is devote 2-3 hours of your time with a chat full of people that are fucking getting off on you chastising somebody.
Yep.
That's not living to me. I don't know. I don't know, guys, how you guys handle it, because I can't. That's 190,000% why I take hiatuses.
Yep.
I can't handle it. I mean, because there's people on here that I've grown to care about.
Right.
Um, and you can't help, like, if you're a good person that cares about others, you can't help but get sucked in. You know what I mean? Whether
Yep.
you feel like you have to defend that person or support that person or be whatever for that person.
Mm-hmm.
You get sucked in.
Right.
And then you got to pick sides, and then you got to be on. And then when you pick sides in this community, then you're opening yourself up to the whole bullshit from the other side.
Yep.
That's where you see subscribers getting attacked because they don't pick the right side according to one side or the other. It's weird for grown adults.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Yep.
And then if you don't pick sides and you just stay neutral, you're called a fence sitter. Well, so
Yep.
what? I mean, I'm not a fence sitter. You guys know I'm very opinionated. But so what if you are? So what if you don't want to pick a fucking side and you just want to stay neutral?
Pretty much.
So what? Jill, it's so challenging to hear a creator talk about the terrible state of their mental health and watch others support it instead of begging them to get help. Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to, but yes, I've seen that too. If you're having a bad mental state, and I really honestly don't know who you're referring to, but if somebody's in a bad mental place, log off.
Yeah.
Go up to the little thing up in the freaking right hand corner and hit the button that says sign out
Yep.
and go do what's important,
That's
which is
right.
taking care of yourself and the people in your real life.
Yep.
I don't get it. That's when I feel like this is too much, we leave.
Yep.
That's what we do. We sign out.
Yep. Sure do.
I don't know, guys.
Me neither.
YouTube is the absolute worst place that you could ever go, especially in this community, if you're facing mental health crises.
Oh God.
Crises. If you're facing mental health challenges, why the hell would you pick here for therapy?
Oh God. No. Hey,
Just
Jared, said just found out my husband's best friend is getting worse with these. There's so much more things to worry about in life than social media. Yep.
I know, but we all say that.
Mm-hmm.
We all say that one time or another, right? Because we all have real life problems.
Good
And we
night.
all say there's so much more than here. There's so much more. But then we all end up back here, me included.
Good night. So get some sleep. I'm glad that your husband's doing good after his surgery.
Who?
So me, her husband had surgery.
Oh, did he?
She's going to bed. She needs to get some sleep.
Oh, you got to do all the bandaging. Oh, honey, I'll say prayer for you and your husband. I'm glad he's doing good, though. Good night. 71 said, I don't think too much of it. YouTube is good and bad. The good part is I made, yes, a couple best friends I wouldn't have met, but the bad part, yeah.
Right.
That's what I mean. That's why I said find your people. Don't let anybody else in. And keep yourself safe.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying YouTube is all bad. What I'm saying is our community is bad. It's unhealthy. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
safe. And like
Yeah.
I said, I met Leanne in this community who's very
Yep.
dear to me, which I wouldn't have met otherwise. So yes, there's good parts of it, but the bad far outweigh them.
That's true. That is totally true.
And it just doesn't ever stop.
Uh-uh.
It just goes round and round and round and round. Like I've never is there really a thing as a drama community? Like the drama communities that I've ever known about are like real big name, big creators with tons of followers. And they have, like I said, they're in it for an interest. But
Right.
ours aren't like that. Like I said, I think Brittany J is the one with the most. She's like the leading subscriber. At least she used to be. I don't know where we're at now with anybody. I don't check sub counts, but as far as I knew a couple months ago, nobody's big here. So why do we do this to each other?
Who
I don't
knows?
understand the motivation.
Right.
Are those measly 300 people in chat really worth it? Because in the grand scheme of things, to be a big YouTube creator and be very successful, your 300 in chat is not high.
Right.
Thousands in chat is high. I see people get on and do Hollywood gossip and get 2,000 in chat, 3,000. And they're just talking about freaking the Kardashians for 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Or freaking, what do you call it? Selena Gomez and freaking Haley Baldwin bullshit for Haley Bieber. They get on, literally talk about something they saw in the National Enquirer for 20 minutes and they get a couple thousand in chat. There's no
Crazy.
negativity. It's just gossiping and then they get off.
Shay says Brittany has been tanking. That's why she's back to drama.
Oh, she's back to drama now, Shay.
How are you, Foxy?
Hi, Foxy. How are you, honey? I've been watching a lot of creators lately that I didn't used to watch that are doing real content. And when I say real content, like covering something.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a couple of the channels annoy me. Like the creators that they have, like there's just one creator that sucks her teeth every 5 minutes. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Oh God.
It's like okay, guys, today we're going to do this. And yeah,
Ugh.
and it drives me nuts, but she has really good content. So I've discovered this person. And then there's this other channel I found that was doing all like the jail calls from Letitia Stock, which is highly interesting to me. It
Yeah.
should be the others too, because like originally we weren't a drama community, we were a true crime community. Um, I mean, he kind of gets on my nerves too. That I don't know if you watch him, The Docket.
I have seen him a couple of times and he does get on my nerves.
Yeah, because he gets really whiny and pissy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you whining about? You have 20,000 people following you and 900 people in chat that are all loving your content. Just be happy. Who gives a shit if there's another channel covering the same jail calls?
Right.
Like, when he gets pissy about that kind of thing and puts annoying music over top his jail calls as if he's the only one that can ever present them, because there
Yeah.
is a thing called fair use, and if somebody wanted to play that content and speak enough for it to make sure you're following the rules of YouTube, then they can. It's fair use. But he puts annoying music over it because he's
Mm-hmm.
like, I think a lot of true crime coverage and investigation should be done almost as like a historical level and a way for history to not repeat itself, and to for visibility on, just how crazy this, in this case, Letitia Stalk is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good case study to see certain personalities and psychosis of those personalities. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
enlightening. It's not only entertaining, you're actually learning something. So I look at it like that. So why would you not want to share that with everybody is beyond me. You got to put that annoying freaking elevator music over. It drives me nuts. So I've stopped watching him because he's become a little too whiny lately. But I was watching him. Like, I found a bunch of creators that I never even knew existed because I got done. I was so over watching our drama content every night that's out there. The 6, 7 places we all jump to got so old to me. I went outside of the box and found other people to watch.
Yep.
And it's
You
been
know,
nice. That's what YouTube should be about. learning shit, meeting people, talking to people.
Right.
Not this shit.
Nope, that's the truth.
You know what that's all about, greed. Yeah, I know, Foxy. Trust me. She's been after me too. She's still around and still freaking haunting me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, here's why. So, like, she's all over. She's not really on me. It's just because I'm over there at Carolyn's. She's after Carolyn. So, because I'm over there, then I become in the chopping block, right?
Yeah, you become a target.
So, I don't know if you guys were all here the night I showed the camel, the day I showed the camel. Did I show them the camel?
Yes.
I showed them a picture of the camel.
Yep.
So, I showed the camel, I put it on my kitchen table one night, and it was just a couple days after the auction when I got it. And it was in the middle because if anybody watches Morning Ramblings, she goes late at night. So it was like probably 3 in the morning. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but it was late. And my husband was in bed because he used to get up for work at like 6 a.m. Well, 5 a.m. to be at work at 6 a.m. And he wandered into the kitchen while I was streaming the camera on the camel. And she was in his boxers and I accidentally caught him in the frame a couple times. I went back and watched it. So I mean, I had him on there for maybe 3, 4 seconds, long enough for someone to get a screen grab. And I didn't know. I was shooting the camera at the camel, and that's all my eye was seeing was the camel. I wasn't looking at my surroundings. And he wandered out to the kitchen to get a drink in a daze. And she took that and had a field day with it, Foxy.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't listen to her, but I was told. And then, anyway, I know she's still around. And I think she prefaced it with, that Christine, that's one person I don't miss. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you miss me. Because I don't even think about you to know if I miss you. You're just don't enter my brain. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what you think of me. Leave me the
Pretty.
fuck alone. Right? Paige said, I spend most of my time on History Channels learning about space and the James Webb Telescope. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I fall down those rabbit holes.
I spend a lot of my time on the paranormal world.
Right.
I
I
look.
fall down I fell down the country line dancing rabbit hole and
Yeah.
then the beauty guru rabbit hole. Now I'm down this Letitia Gel phone call rabbit hole. Um, and I mean, and there's some really good content out there to be spending our time with.
Right.
But people don't know that until they get outside of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tricky because I like both MRB and Robbie, but they don't get on to put. I know, and that's what I'm saying. I was talking about that before you came in, Foxy. Like this community forces people to have to take sides, even if you don't. Even if you feel like you're not taking a side, you have to tread lightly on certain things and can't really do what you want to do because if you do what you really want to do, you're going to hear it from one side or the other. And that's not fair. It's
Mm-mm.
weird. It's weird that that's what we do to subscribers. It's weird ass behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like creators should not even know what chat you're in. It shouldn't matter to them. It should not be important. What should be important is their content, their subscribers that are there to watch their content that night and doing a good job at it. That's what their priority should be. Not where their subscribers go when they're not on.
Yep.
Like, why is that even a thing? It just doesn't even make any sense.
Nope.
That's like saying, Leah, I hate Walmart. I can't stand Walmart. Walmart's cheap. Walmart's dirty. Whatever you're going to say bad about Walmart. You need to go to Target with me. And you can't go to Walmart. And then Leanne, one night I can't go to Target with her because I'm doing something else. And Leanne needs to go to the store and she happens to go to Walmart. That's like me getting mad at her for going to fucking Walmart. That's how
Mm-hmm.
weird this shit is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Paige said, I have a few really good crime channels. One I love is the Grizzly True Crime. Yeah, I started watching her during the trial. That's the one with the British girl, right? Have you watched Grizzly True Crime, Leanne?
I've never watched it. No.
She's one of the very few that actually redacted the autopsy photos when they were showing it in court.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like a portion of it went up, but as soon as she realized what was happening, she redacted it so that it wouldn't be showing.
Ah.
Oh, a former airline pilot. That's cool. Oh, she's an Aussie. You know, he's 17. I thought that Linda lady was an Aussie. From, what's the name of her channel? It's a Crime. Did you ever watch It's a Crime?
No.
She was like a really, really small creator back when the Watts case was popular.
Hmm.
And do you remember when the weird old dude, the one that did the made a music video of himself?
Armchair Detective. Yeah.
Yeah, when he slicked his hair back and tried to be,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
simply irresistible, and kind of did that video. It was the
Mm-hmm.
creepiest thing in the world. Well, do you remember when he took the credit for finding the original shadows, not all the other conspiracy shadows that have born from that shadow,
Yeah.
but the shadow under the truck, which really
Yes.
existed, and then until he evolved it into the ponytail and all that weird shit,
Mm-hmm.
he had people that took him very seriously. Well, people start that thing with the shadows stopped becoming a hot topic after a while. So Linda from It's a Crime, after maybe 6 months of when it was initially released, and after people forgot about it, she brought it up on her channel because she didn't know Armchair Detective had found it first.
I might
So
have seen her channel. Does she have dark hair?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
So she thought she found the shadow. She went live and she's like, "Oh my God, I see that," or something. But she was not aware. She was not aware that it was already, covered.
Mm-hmm.
But then there were a ton of people that watched that. I don't know. The algorithm was lucky. Like the universe was in alignment for her with the algorithm that night because a shit ton of people saw her video and they had never seen Armchair Detective and heard the shadow theory. So then she grew this massive following overnight, all stemming from something with the Watts case, and grew exponentially very quickly. And then she started covering other cases. And I don't know what her followers are like this now, but she was pretty substantial. I think she was almost at like 100K or over
Oh,
that,
wow.
if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Not Aussie, but close. She is South African. Oh, okay. And Grizzly True Crime, she has dark hair too. Sometimes she wears glasses. I don't know. I like her channel. She has good content. But that's my point. Like, there's all these channels out there that have really good content. Why are we so stuck in this bubble?
Good question.
Hmm?
I said that's a good question.
Except for the one that sucks their teeth. I can't stand trying to crazy.
That would drive me crazy.
I need to ask the chat. Do you guys, when you're watching something, and maybe it's the OCD in me, I don't know, but certain mannerisms, like certain aspect, not all people's mannerisms, but there's certain little things that just grate me. Like one of them would be teeth sucking. Another is when somebody's clicking on their keyboard and you can hear it. It drives me nuts. Do you guys have little tics like that where it drives some things people do drive you absolutely crazy?
Yeah, like clicking a pen, that drives me nuts.
Does it?
Yes.
People do that on lives?
I have heard it before and it drives me nuts. Yes. Yep.
I know tattoos, but why? Why? I don't I just need to know. I just don't understand. Or
Hey,
hi,
Ruff.
Ruff.
How are you, honey?
What's up, girl? You're up late. You're either up early or going to bed late. Good, because I thought about that tattoos because I've been watching this creator. I'm not going to say who it is because I'm not that mean, but there's a certain creator that I never used to watch, and I recently started watching, and it's really good content, really good content. But then I hear the teeth sucking, and I have to shut it off. I'm like, I can't do it. It makes me not like the person, and I don't want to not like the person. So then I'm thinking, then I have to try to analyze myself, and I'm like, come on, Christy, there's something wrong with you. Like something like that should not make you this upset. But so that's why I'm asking. Like that happens to everybody. I need to make sure that there's not something wrong with me. Lycan and his ice jiggled in his cup drives me nuts. See, okay, good. Does it make you want to shut the live off? Like I find myself screaming at the freaking phone when I'm listening to something. Like I know people on the 405 see me driving, and when I hear the teeth sucking, I start screaming in the car. I'm like, Jesus Christ, stop sucking your freaking teeth. How come nobody's telling? And I get mad because nobody in the chat is saying anything about it because I know they hear it all too. And then people driving by me on it because I always listen while I'm driving home from work. So people driving by see me. I see them see me. I catch them out of the corner of my eye talking to myself. And yeah, they're probably like this whack job over here in the car. Good. I'm not the only one. It's like every other sentence is
That would drive
so,
me absolutely crazy.
so today we're gonna cover this and we're gonna play it to 30 seconds. And yeah, so and then another sentence and then two more, and then another one, and then another word. And by then I'm
Jeez.
done. By then my nerves are through the roof.
Yep.
That's awful. And then I'm always like, I'm never going back. That's it. I'm done. I'm never watching this shit again. And then I go back every day because the content is that good and put myself through it all over again. Like that like to me though, that kind of thing is way more worth getting upset over than the shit that we participate in that is so
Mm-hmm.
unhealthy. It's so freaking unhealthy, the shit we participate in. And I'd rather be upset at somebody for sucking on their teeth than for any other reason than the reasons we see.
Yeah.
Is that what they call that too, though, when you do that?
I I would guess so, yeah.
You know why I hate it? I had a school teacher that did it. And
Oh.
I went to Catholic grade school, and she was the one that used to hit me with a ruler
Ah.
and the one that taped my glasses to my head. Did I ever tell you guys that story?
Yes, I can't even believe that. That is so crazy.
She was a nun too, but she was like a plainclothes nun. I don't know. I mean, I've been in Catholic school. I even went to Catholic college my whole life. She was the first plainclothes nun I've ever seen. Like, she did not wear a habit. She did not wear any of this nunnery outfits. She wore a skirt, some weird ass nun ass shoes, and a blouse. Her name was Mrs. Sample. And She was wicked, though, just like a nun. And I was so self-conscious because I had to get glasses in fourth grade. And I was so self-conscious because none of my friends had glasses. And I didn't want people to call me four eyes. So I didn't wear them. But I was blind as hell and I couldn't see the chalkboard. So I would squint. I would squint at the chalkboard because if you, the light bends in different ways and it helps you see a little better. That's why you squint, right? When you squint, the light bends and hits your cornea
Yeah.
in a different way, or iris, whichever it is. And that's what I would do. I would squint at the chalkboard. And if she saw me squinting at the chalkboard, she would lose her mind. So one day I was squinting at the chalkboard while she's writing a math problem out. And she drops the chalk, it hits the ground, stands right, and she was big. She was like 6 foot. Comes over to my desk, and my glasses were sitting on my desk, puts them on my face cockeyed, grabs a roll of scotch tape and just starts winding the tape around my glasses in my head and made me sit like that through the whole class.
What'd your parents say?
They were on her side. She covered her ass and called my parents for a meeting. By then, the tape was off my head. I don't know how I got it out. I don't remember. I think my mom had to get my hair cut, to be honest with you.
Oh, gee.
But this nun made it sound so like I was so bad when I wasn't. I was sweet and quiet. But it made it sound like I didn't listen to her about anything, including keeping my glasses on, to the point where my mom took her side.
Oh, no.
I would be suing somebody if they put the glasses on. Like she didn't even have the decency to put them on my face straight. They were
Uh,
literally slanted
oh, great.
and taped to my head. I got made fun of for the rest of my grade school years over
I'm
that damn
sure.
incident.
Wow.
Jill said that's terrible. My dad had nuns and the bros do that kind. I know. So I got even with all them damn nuns when I went to college. Um, I went to all Catholic girls' school for college, and by force, not by choice. My parents made me. So I lived in the building that was called the administration building, but it used to be the old convent, and they turned it into the administration building. And there were classrooms in the cafeteria. It was like a huge castle-sized building. And on the first floor was the cafeteria, the dean's office, all these other things. And on the second floor was the chapel. And then on the third, fourth, and fifth floor were the dorms. I lived on the third floor. So we would walk downstairs every day to go to breakfast or lunch. I can't remember which, but it was right at the same time that all the nuns would walk over from the new convent to the chapel to do their prayers. They did it every single day. There was not a day that they did not miss. So, they never missed. So here comes all the nuns walking in one day, and I'm traumatized from nuns from my Catholic grade school because that's not the only thing that lady did. Other nuns did other things too. So anyway, disliked nuns, traumatized by them. So this old building that was built in the 1800s had one of those elevators with like a wrought iron gate. And you had to shut the elevator gate for the elevator to go up and down. If the gate was not shut, it would not go up and down. If you opened the elevator while it was moving, the damn thing would stop where it's at. So when I witnessed all the nuns get into the elevator as we were walking past them to go to the cafeteria, I'm like, I can't remember what group of friends their names were at that time, but I forget who I was with. I remember who my friends were, but I forget who I was with at the time. So I say to my friends at the time, I'm going to get even for all the shit these nuns ever did to me in my life. And they're like, oh no, what are you going to do? Because I was mischievous. And I'm like, watch. So they get in, they shut the gate, they go up. I opened up the grate while they were going up, and they were stuck in between the first and the second floor for like ever before anybody realized the gate was open and the elevator wasn't there.
Hmm.
Hours. And they did this huge investigation of the whole campus to find out who did it, and I did not get caught. Because obviously those people were my people. And I
Right.
could trust them.
That's
They
hilarious.
don't snitch on me.
God.
She was a sample of a nun. Oh, I know. Oh, I was so bad at the nunneries. And then I got caught drinking in the nun cemetery one night. Me and a couple other girls. And the nun cemetery looked like Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
So I'll have to show you guys a picture of the nun cemetery one night. I can Google it and show you. So anyway, it's where all the nuns are buried. And it's right in the middle of the campus. And every headstone was exactly the same. And it was a cross. And they were like 4 foot tall crosses. And they go in a spiral circle where it starts little and it gets bigger like a spiral in a
Yeah.
circle. And it just keeps going until the circle, I guess, takes over the whole campus. I have no idea what they're planning with that. But anyway, the headstones were so big that we could easily hide behind them from campus security. And I lived on the dry campus. It's all girls Catholic school. You couldn't do shit. So we're not, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, guys, we're not enjoying our college experience. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we should be freaking drunk 24/7. Like, this is not college life to me. This is like boarding school life to me. Let's get liquor and let's get wasted. So we walked downtown because my college is in the middle of this little town. We coaxed some poor soul to go in and buy us beer. We were underage. We were sophomores. And we get it. And we go back and we're like, where are we going to drink it? Because everywhere you go are either a bunch of Karens that tell on you or nuns or campus security. So I'm like, let's go to the cemetery because the stones are big and no one's going to go in there to look for anybody. So we plopped our asses in the middle of the cemetery behind a big ass 4 foot cross and start drinking. And don't you know, hour later, here comes campus security. They found us and I got busted. The other two girls got a slap on the wrist. I had to go to dorm court. And guess what my sentence was?
Hard
Leanne.
telling. I have no idea.
I had to read to the dying nuns and do arts and crafts with them over the entire summer.
Oh my God.
And I'm not talking 1 day a week. I had to read and do arts and crafts with the dying nuns 3 times a week over the entire summer. And if I didn't do it, I was kicked out.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, you should have seen the arts and crafts I had to do. I made so many beaded freaking yarn animals. I can't even explain. I had a whole zoo of them, a whole zoo of beaded farm animals
Funny.
made out of beads and yarn.
That is funny.
Paige said, what gets me with the nuns? They thought it was a good idea for nuns to teach kids and take care of kids, yet they never had kids. That's true. They were so mean. There was never a nice nun. I've never met a nice nun at any of my schools. They were
Crazy.
all wicked.
Hmm.
Huh?
I said,
And then you wonder, like, what inside you calls you to nunhood? You know,
Yeah, no doubt.
is it like you would think that the type of person that gets called into being a nun and they feel it in their heart that they need to give their life to God and be a nun would be somebody that's really sweet natured, that isn't judgy or I don't know, isn't aggressive. Like you would think that that would be the personality type that would be attracted
Right.
to nunhood, but hell no. Every nun is they're like hell on wheels. Every nun. They're mean, they're bitter, they're angry, they're freaking they love to hit you with rollers. I don't know
Great.
how many times I got smacked with a ruler by a nun. And they're all short too. Like I don't know how many nuns I've except for Mrs. Sample. They were all tiny little people. Tiny,
Hmm.
tiny little mean pit bulls. Yes.
Funny.
Did anybody else in the chat ever go to Catholic school? Didn't have to deal with nuns. Oh, you should have seen our uniforms. They were the most god awful freaking uniforms. So the girls, they weren't allowed to wear pants or shorts. It had to be a skirt, and it was a
Ugh.
pleated skirt, like a million pleats in it. Not even like cute, like 5 pleats on the whole skirt. I'm talking micro pleats.
Oh,
You know what
geez.
I mean?
Yes.
And it couldn't just be blue or red or tan or black. You had to wear red, white, and blue plaid pleated skirt, red, white, and blue plaid
Oh,
with
geez.
knee socks. You had to have knee socks. You couldn't wear bobby socks. You couldn't wear over the, what do you call it? No show socks. You couldn't wear any kind of normal socks. Had to go to your knee. Okay. You had to, it gets even better. You had to wear a white button down blouse. Now that could be short sleeve or long sleeve. You had a little freedom there. Or the collar could be round or pointy, whatever. Or it could be an Oxford and button down. That was fine. But you had to wear a tie, and it was a thin tie.
Oh,
And it had to be red, blue, or white to match the crazy skirt. But
mm.
here's the worst part. The shoes, you had to have what was called saddle shoes. Do you know what those are?
They black and white.
But ours were red and white.
Oh, geez.
Ugliest shoes ever. I had to wear saddle shoes. Did they even make
Great.
that anymore?
I don't
Saddle
know.
shoes.
I'm not
They look
sure.
like your grandpa's like golf shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they got the little eyelet holes all around the leather. You know what I mean? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what I had to do my whole entire from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Yikes.
I know. And then I even went to Catholic college. So by the time I graduated from college, I didn't want to ever see another nun. I just stopped going to church. I was like, I've gone to, because also we had to go to mass every Friday in class
Oh,
and do
wow.
confession every Friday. You'd go in and the confessional and do your full confession.
Wow.
And then you always got 5,000 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers every time.
Uh, funny.
Yeah. Mrs.
I don't know
Sample, that was
about
her
you,
name.
but I'm starting to get tired.
You're going to sleep.
I'm getting tired. Yeah, I took my night medicine.
I'm tired too. I want to ramble. I'm rambling. Okay, well, we'll go. Leon's getting tired because she's a punk ass, but we love her
I
anyway.
know.
All right, guys. We'll probably come on tomorrow morning
Yeah. Sounds
early.
good.
Maybe do some
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
We'll do some content.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe I'll play the Dockets elevator music. Gel calls.
There you go.
As long as we're talking enough, because you know how that is. It's fair use,
Yes.
but you have to talk it. You have to like stop and talk.
Mm-hmm.
I think what is it? Every 2 minutes, maybe even less. I don't know. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But we should, and he'll lose his ever loving mind.
Oh, it will. Yeah.
Like that's the kind of fun we should be having,
I
not
agree.
not the kind of fun that we have now, where you're not just
Yes.
pissing off the channel because you're jokingly playing their content. You're like doxing each other. That's our fun, I guess. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. See you soon.